was in San Francisco 2 days ago, or across the bay from San Francisco 2 days ago. So this one's called The Bridge, and it's about the Golden Gate Bridge, and it's a bummer.
We're here with the artist, Dan Coffman, right now on his West Coast tour, promoting his new EP.
Yeah.
And he's decided to do his second to last stop in his hometown of Riverside. Can you tell us a little about the West Coast tour you've been on so far?
Absolutely. Yeah. So this tour has been very intimate and very mellow. It's all been outside of this space right here, which is beautiful Urge Palette in Riverside, nice local art supply store. It was all house shows and yeah, I don't even know what to say. Say that again.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was all like house shows, really small. One was in a kitchen, one was in a living room, and I started it off by doing a little in studio at KCSB in Santa Barbara on 54321 or Fun Radio, and yeah, it was just a lot of traveling, playing with nice people, and singing some songs, and yeah.
No, it's nice to see you singing, especially in other places. Have you had a favorite place that you've liked performing so far?
Yeah, Portland. I know it sounds like I was really nervous to say that because I'd never been, and it's a very talked about city, but I see why. It was a really nice place to play. Everyone there seemed like they were doing something. It was a motivating place to play, and yeah, it was just very comforting, very welcoming, and just walking around the streets was entertaining in itself. So yeah.
That's awesome. Where did a lot of the inspiration come from for writing this EP?
Pretty much every song on this EP was written like 10 years ago in my old house. And I just wanted to do something with the songs because I haven't been active for a really long time. So it's just kind of, I had them there and I just wanted to do something. So for all of them, I don't really remember. I just remember how to play them. Yeah.
No, it was beautiful. Your performance was beautiful here. So while you've been on tour, why did you decide to choose these certain places?
Well, they just kind of fell in line that way. My brother helped organize it a lot, but I was really happy to be able to play just house shows, and really happy that Urge Palette opened up the place for me here, because being acoustic and playing in, primarily you get booked in bars when you're playing shows nowadays, and growing up I went to like Showcase and just smaller places, and in Riverside we used to have house shows that don't happen that often. So reconnecting with that, I think it's really nice and important to have art displayed in a place that's meant for art, as opposed to background music to someone having a drink. It's and that every time I play a space like that, and every time I'm playing one of these shows, it's like reiterating that in my own mind, that really what I want to do is play all ages, no alcohol, no drugs, just a place for art, for thinking, for conversation, for discussion. And that's something I never really had before these last couple of months. And just being able to actually go out and do that was an amazing feeling. So yeah.
No, that's amazing that you're taking that stride and making the effort to do that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So what about some future projects that you have in the making?
I've been writing as much as I can. Like I said, putting out this EP was the first thing I've done in a really long time, and it felt amazing, but it also motivated me to be more constructive and more focused in my creativity, realizing that playing music isn't just about, it feels selfish to only talk about me and myself in my songs, even though it tends to lead that way. So I'm really trying to work on opening my mind to the things around me, putting that through my music and making more coherent music so that way I can use this less as a tool of me entertaining myself and playing music and more as a way of reaching out, starting discussions. And I'm hoping to, I'm not hoping, I'm going to put out another record this year. I want to go all out with it. I have some awesome friends that have been recording for years, putting out music for years, like Chung, and I just want to put out the best music that I can, the most focused and deliberate songs that I can, and I want to package it as beautifully as I can and spread it to as many people as possible and hope that they dig what I'm doing and want to hear it. So that's my future projects for right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted to take a second to talk about your merch and the art behind it.
Yeah.
So why do we decide to go with this?
Well, I dig Pavel's art a bunch, and oh man, hey, funny you're here. We were just talking about you.
Yeah.
Pavel did.
Still here.
Pavel did the art for everything, and which I'm really happy he did so, because it's awesome working on something you're creating and having a friend do it too. I guess this is what bands feel, but I play by myself, so I don't get to feel that way very often. And I asked Bill if he'd be down, and we had been talking about it back and forth for
for a long time.
a long time. And then one day it was just like, let's just do it. And I'm happy that he helped me out with it while he was balancing a lot of projects too. So yeah.
And where did the idea come from?
First of all, like I like a lot of his music too, and we thought about like doing that, and it sounds cheesy, but it's true. Like we're like, oh yeah, I like it that, and we just like start like bringing stuff that we have in common. Like, oh, do you like this like musician like Leonard Cohen? Yeah, and we started like talking about like plants just by randomly. And he said, like, I have this picture of the succulent in my house, and he put, like, his finger. And I started working on that, and I was like, I like a lot the succulents and all the cactuses. So you start, like, by listening his music and just, like, bringing all this, like, mutating, like, his face with all these plants and, you know, how you can feel, like, I don't know, own what you have, you know, how that can be just, like, a memory for you to relate. So that's how we started working with him. Just like I asked him, just come by, and we just like take some pictures and start like working from that. We put like the first one, and like he's like, oh, this is the first idea, and we went for the second one, and that was like the result.
I'm remembering this right now.
Yeah, so it was just like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, it was pretty cool. It's really nice. Yeah.
It was super fun. I've played shows where people have seen the CD cover or the shirt, and I've shown up and they're disappointed that I don't actually have face tattoos. And that's happened more than once. It happened when I went up to Arcade. I showed up and they were like, is this the dude on the shirt? Oh man, he doesn't have face tattoos. I'm like, that's how good it is, dude?
Yeah, I was like, wow, they're like face tattoos. I'm like, wow, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I didn't think a second about like the face tattoos.
Yeah, I just thought, I was like, oh man, that's Pavel. Yeah.
And where can people purchase your merch?
Right now at my shows, because I'm not organized, and I don't want to promise that I will be, but maybe on Bandcamp, because you can find me on Bandcamp at Dan Coffman Music.
And you can come to his shows.
Yeah, come to shows. That's way better than buying stuff online. I hate fucking our consumer culture, and that's redundant. But I don't like the fact that as a musician now, when I started playing shows when I was like 18, you didn't have to do any of this shit. You played a show and you had merch, and that's like what happened. It's like we all had like Scratch magazine that you would get at every record store when there was record stores, or you'd go to a venue and you'd seen the calendar and there were venues, and like that's how you found out about things. Or you would just go and you would like, there's still distros, but I really I get a feeling of disdain that I have to do all this digital stuff. But I'll do it. But I miss the old days. But I'll do it. Yeah.
That's more attainable these days.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to thank you for your music, for your creativity, for taking the time to talk to me about everything that you've been doing. And I also wanted to let everyone know that he has a Bandcamp if you want to follow him and buy him and his music and support him.
Yeah.
It's dankaufman.bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
He also has an Instagram, Dan Coffman Music. And that's a wrap.
Yeah. Woo.
Be creative. Stay creative.
Stay creative. Stay mad.
Are we still going?
Yeah. Thanks, guys.